The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 47. I got it.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
From the gun, Mariota. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, it's Gurley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Key to tight end. 4 down.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hecker, on to punt for the Rams. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Ready. 5-9. Check, 46. Now let's run.
shotgun now for Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 7-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Right there, 56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. One. Check your hot read. One.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they work this out past the 25. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move.
Mariota on 1st down. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll throw again. Mariota. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Four down. One. Out. Three.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready, 5-8, 5-8. Kill. Get off the field, defense.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a 1st down as well.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Check. Get in the way. Here we go.
Again, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he finds his man. It's the former Ram, Jared Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill. Hey, box truck.
Breeze now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Come on, let's go. Kill. 43 to Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
14. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now Breeze again. He's going to take a shot for the end. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Before getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mariota now. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. One. Bravo.
On play action, Mariota. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Here we go.
To throw Mariota. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on first and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Kamara. Fighting his way through contact. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Check.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. Third and goal. From the gun, it's Breeze. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. The kick by Lutz is good. And not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 180. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We begin.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's put him on the 3.
Another carry now for Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll...
The game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. To throw again on 2nd down, Mariota, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first down throw for Mariota. Flush to his right. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at the 20. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brees, and that'll be incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Yellow lady, you're good, you're good.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Ready, yellow lady. 46. I got it. 53. 46 to Mike. 46. Come on, dude. Hey, Alpha. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Breeze to throw again. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Push him back. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Again they run with Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off to Thomas on the left side. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Breeze. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Saints.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. Back to throw, Breeze. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The tackle made by Ken Crawley.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein.
A 29-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. One final try here for Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge.